Hey, it's A Nikki B on the scene and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another beat with me. And if you are not, welcome back. Now, before I get right into this video, I'm gonna just address a couple of things. Now, I noticed there were some comments giving some, feedback. And it's not to say it's not greatly appreciated, because I do appreciate the feedback, because I understand that I am a growing little YouTuber, and people are gonna come in with their ideas of how to improve my videos. I know one person did say like maybe I should change my background, probably position myself in a different angle, or like a different spot in my room, or just have they basically said like have like a cute backdrop. And not to say that my background is bad, but I get how busy it looks in the back, and I will say this to y'all. In my earlier videos, I did position myself in different areas of my room. I tested it out, and quite frankly, I didn't get the vibe. I don't get the vibe like I get the vibe here. Like, I'm at my desk. I feel like everything is kind of leveled, whereas when I was in other positions of my room, I didn't really feel level. I didn't really feel comfortable. I just felt like the space wasn't where I needed to be. So right here is what you guys are going to get. But as you can see, this is what we just got to deal with. And also, the last thing I'm going to address is that I know I have my fan running in the back. I actually pushed it a little further away, so hopefully it doesn't affect you guys too much when you guys are trying to hear me. And I'm trying to speak as loudly as I can. I try to project, I try my best. But the reason why I have the fan on, because it gets extremely hot, and this is just my only way of trying to keep things cool. And yeah. And also, my camera tends to overheat a lot, so I try to keep some sort of circulation and something. Again, I have it on the lowest setting, and I put it so far into the corner. Like, y'all can see where it's at. So, and that's my work clothes for tomorrow. But again, this is not me pushing away anybody's suggestions. But for right now, just bear with me. I will do my best on my end to make sure that the quality of my videos is good enough for you guys as of right now. But trust me, as time go on, we're not going to have these little things bothering us, and we're going to just get right into the video. This is all to say is that I am paying attention to your comments. I'm always looking at it. I'm always reading it. I'm gonna do my best to respond to most of the comments, and as long as we keep it respectful, and I'm always gonna respond. I'll be at work, and then somebody will comment on the video. I'm like, oh, I see you. Let's get right into the video like we are here. We're gonna talk about copycats and how blatantly they are about copying other people. And we're going to look at a few examples. We're going to talk about Corey X Kenshin. We're going to talk about Dashi, and I'm also going to, if I can remember their names, but I'm going to just say, some TikTok creators as well, when I definitely noticed some similarities. We need original content, because especially right now with YouTube, TikTok, I won't even count Instagram. Instagram is like literally is regurgitated material. But let's say for YouTube and TikTok and probably other social media platforms, the content creation, the creativity has dwindled. Honestly, it was literally last week which inspired me to make this video. I believe his name is Jermeli or something like that. I'm gonna put it on the screen. And it was probably the most refreshing video I have ever watched in a long time. It was super creative. He had his own little animation. He talked about pretty much what I'm about to talk about in this video, but he just told it in a way that was very entertaining. It was funny. It had pretty much a storyline if you really think about it. I think he did amazing in the video. I think it was cool, and I hope in the future he makes more videos. Where do we begin with this entire conversation? When I watched that person's video that I just mentioned, they was showing a lot of clips of people that were copying Corey X Kenshin. If you're not familiar with him, he's a gamer. He has been on YouTube probably a decade, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's been on YouTube for a very long time. And I remember watching him when I was like back in I had to be in high school when I started watching him. I seen such a transformation with this guy. And he edits his own videos. He's funny, he's entertaining. He's just himself. you know, and I've always appreciated watching his content. And if you know Corey X Kenshin, you know a Corey video. Like, I just feel like he just has developed his style so much and curated, you're gonna know it's him. There has been so many other, I guess, gamers, streamers, or whatever that's been copying him. And again, if you watch the other YouTubers' video, you will see those, you know, those other little copycats. And I'm telling you, they would copy him from the hair, the mannerisms, the cadence. Like, they always just try to copy him in every aspect. And it's just so weird to me. Like, I just find that weird. I feel like when you decide to say, hey, I want to come online and to create content, I want to share something with the world, why are you going to go into that with the mindset of copying somebody else? I just think it's super weird. And it's like, we need to go back to a space where everybody was just creating. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I miss the days of like seeing something refreshing on my feed. I feel like the algorithm just don't be algorithming, especially now that we're constantly being sold something. Like, we're constantly being advertised something. Like, I kid you not, I could literally look at something outside and it will appear on my phone. And I'm like, that's the type of times that we're living in. And then when we do start to see content, you know, being filtered in on our feed in a mix of all the advertising, it's more advertising. Everyone just want to advertise. Everybody trying to sell something, trying to make a quick buck. And it's like, listen, get it how you get it, make your money. But it's like, everybody is just selling something. Like, where's the creativity? But trust me, this is hard. Trying to find topics every week to talk about is hard. Like, I remember just seeing certain TikTokers, you know, that I follow, you know, their videos, and I noticed how other people were copying their style. And even though I will say it's a little sticky, because again, a lot of people are doing skits, and it's so many ideas you can tap into. Like, everybody does that one particular teacher skit or that one DMV skit. Everybody has done that at some point in some different way. So it's kind of hard to kind of say you copying somebody. But the ones that I did notice, I'm just like, oh. And then, you know, if you want to get even more deeper, it could go into race, because you know how a lot of black creators get their stuff stolen from. So there's a lot of issues with that, and then their video blows up, and then the people who look like me, their videos don't go anywhere. So there's always that other aspect too of the conversation. You just got to know the difference. I feel like if people are going to create, know the difference. You can be inspired, you can give credit when it's due, but do not plagiarize. And I just think people just need to develop who they want to be when they create. And I don't think when you first start, I don't think you're gonna know who you are. I don't even think I know who I am on the social media space. I'm just creating, you know, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from you all, so I'm just gonna create. Another one that I've noticed, and this is with Dashy. Like, I don't know if y'all ever noticed it at all, but not that Dashy was copying anybody. Somebody was copying him. I ended up discovering another gamer. His name was like Dom Plays or something like that, or Dom Games, something like that. I remember one day I watched their videos back to back, and something clicked in my head when I played Dom's video. And you know how Dashy does the whole watch, what up, all that stuff, you know, his intros and everything. For a majority of his intros, he does that. And I noticed that Dom did the same thing. Now, I can't say that Dom is actively copying Dashing from the T. It's just theory. It's a legend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put that in the air. It's just what I've noticed. But the intros were super similar. And then in how Dom plays his games and how he reacts, it was giving very much similar to Dashy. And after a while, just felt like I was watching a Dashy dupe. Low-key, Cuddy kind of copying. But again, like, it's all a legend. I don't know. It hasn't been spoken about. I don't think these two ever even interacted at any given point in time. But it was definitely giving those vibes. It was definitely giving those vibes. And even I think there was like one video, it was the same game, and I think it was posted on the same day. It was something like that. It was a lot of coincidence. And then they had, like, I think it was almost like the thumbnails was like identical, almost identical. And I'm just like, yeah, like, and mind you, and I figured that, well, I thought about it, because again, like, I was getting my speculations, and then I found somebody else on YouTube, and he was doing his own little like investigation and trying to compare, but his video video didn't really get that much traction, because again, I feel like with the gaming community, I think a lot of things are very tight-lipped and like no one really gossips about anything. Like if you find out real tea, you probably will have to watch people's streams to talk about it, but it's like I'm not sitting 8 hours just for somebody to say one little piece of information. And I'm just like, I'm glad I'm not the only one. But I think that Dom Plays, or the Dom Gaze, whatever his name is, I think he was low-key biting off of Dashie. And then again, at the time, I mean, Dashie, he been on YouTube for a hot minute. Like, he had like his other channels and stuff like that. So I just think that it's crazy, because I think that Dom Plays, dude, I think if he just took away all the gimmicks, like I still think he would be a pretty decent guy to watch. That's all I had to say. Let me finish up before my camera dies again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will be back again with another. Bye.